Hello, this is Adore from Bricks Maven, and this is part 3 of building a one-page wellness spa website. So if you missed part 2, you can also go back and watch that. That was just basically the setup. We set up our colors, typography, and we looked at other settings like box shadow, radius, what else was there, spacing, and I just showed you a little bit around the Figma file so that you get used to or find out or know where the settings are, like the variables panel here, you know where all the different tokens are, where you can tweak them, change them, make changes to them. So watch the second video, which is very important. You might also want to watch the first if you have not done that yet, which goes through the prerequisites to stay, all the stuff that you must have done before even wanting to build or wanting to start designing or whatever. Okay, with that out of the way, let's jump right in. And there's some things I want to note here. Some things that are some things that need to be said. Let me just flip this back here. Some things that need to be said here are, in the previous videos I spoke about desktop and mobile mode. So you can actually switch modes. So if I select this desktop here, you can see that this is set to desktop, and if I go here, you see that this is set to mobile. So mobile mode means that any element I put inside here, all the tokens will get the mobile settings. So whatever I've set to mobile, so the heading is smaller. You can see the text here. If you compare the two, you see that this is smaller, so everything became a little bit smaller to fit into mobile. The spacing became smaller so that everything makes sense on mobile. And if you notice that every pattern has a desktop and mobile version, so I'm going to just duplicate this. And here on the side, you can see the category is hero. The section is Hero 17 and the device is desktop. So if I set this to mobile, you need to switch to the mobile version. So that's what we see here. See? So just wanted to make that known. And if you're going to make changes to the patterns, obviously you need to break their attachment to the main component, which means that you cannot access the mobile mode anymore. But that's not an issue. If you're building for yourself, you might not even want to create a mobile version because you can already like imagine how it will stack on mobile. So you don't need to create let's go back to this example again. Set this to mobile. Like this is desktop, this is mobile, so you can pretty imagine how this will stack, right? You could even say, hey, maybe you want these 2-column images to stack, right? You can do that too. Yeah, instead of a column, it can be a row. It all depends on what you want. Okay. Enough said. Let's actually start doing something here. So let's start with the heading. So on the heading, I would like the following. I'm going to remove this. I would like, I chose a logo here. We can see it here, the wellness spa. So I'm going to just copy this and put it into my logo. So there we go. We have it. That. Oh, by the way, I want a navigation that is aligned to the right. So you can see I selected my header component, and the header component contains all the headers. So it runs from 1 to 25, right? So in this case, and I want header 2. So header 2 aligns to the right. So this is the one I'm going to be working with. And you might be thinking, okay, so how do you know which header is which? Yeah, it's hard to see. This doesn't say anything because it doesn't show you visually. So I'm also thinking of adding a second option where you can actually swap headers. And then if you can swap headers, means that you can also see them in a UI element, right? So to really see this, you might want to go over to the patterns. So this is the pattern section. So you might want to go to headers, and headers, you can see all the headers, right? So this is the 1, this is 2. So they're just in the right order, right? So from top to bottom, from 1, it goes from 1 all the way down. So you can see how it looks like. So this is the one I'm looking for. Obviously there are other headers that you can choose from. You can just all choose which one you want. This is a horizontal header. Yeah. So there are different headers you can choose from. Obviously, if you choose to use this horizontal header, this will look differently in the builder. It needs to be set up differently. Okay, I'm not going into this right now. You need to stay on topic. So right aligned, check. So that's what we want. We move on to the next. So the hero section. So here on paper, which I don't have on screen, I cannot show it. I have all my sketches and I created 2 different versions for the hero. So I'm going to actually look through my hero category to find which pattern fits the vision that I have for the hero section. So it goes to H, hero, and you see there are a lot, right? So I think I have I have 104 hero patterns. So there's enough to choose from. So I'm looking actually for a split hero section, 50-50, so something like this. So this will work. Let me see if it's to the right. It's image on the left and so this one will do. So this is hero 4. So I just go back. By the way, what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to actually move this here and I'm going to just do this. I have two heroes. Away. So I'm going to be building 2 different designs at the same time. By the way, I might even do 3 because we want to have the space to explore, right? So this is version 3. This will be version 2. This will be version version 1. Okay, so the first one we need to be at hero 4. So put hero 4 in. The second one is actually a background image, or it could be a background video with the heading and call to action, etc., centered in the middle. So these are mostly common layouts patterns you would see. So this is, I think this was around like 9 or something. No, so 9, it's 8, yeah, something like that. Let me just confirm. Go here. So yeah, 9, 8, yeah, okay. So that's good. And I'm also thinking of one more that is, there's one more that I need to add. And where is it? Where is it? And keep in mind that you would need to use this multiple times. You would need to know what patterns you have to actually work with. But we've actually added, the general patterns are already added to it. The common ones you will find, and there are some creative ones in the Figma UI kit. So you just need to go through them to find out which one works. So let me see. I already passed it. Okay, I think it was this one. This is 61, so I'm going to go with 61. So here I'll just add hero 61. Okay, so now we have all our hero sections. So now we can move on to the next. Let me just mute this. So this one is set to, should be semi-light. Yeah, so we've done our hero. Now we can move on to the trust strip. Okay, so section, it is actually a logo section where we're displaying different logos. So for the design for this trust strip that I have in mind, I don't actually have a pattern for that, right? So what I will do is leave it the way that it is, and I will need to come back to this pattern. Or there is a, no, there isn't. No, there isn't. That's a different Figma UI kit that I was working on. So I cannot drag that into here. So I will leave this way. And once we come to the design, I will actually customize this part because that might take a little bit too long. And I want to keep this video just moving forward. And once we get to the design, we'll start customizing things. Okay, so the next one on the list, just say that this one is also done. Give this a muted color. The problem section. Okay, the problem section we also have a design for. So problem section, we're looking for a content section. So let's go to content here. And let's see what we got. There's a lot of patterns to choose from. So basically we're looking for a pattern that can contain an image and text to the left or to the right in this case. So you can already see this could work, this could work. And keep in mind, don't forget what we went over in our design research. We're looking at the editorial design, right? So I think content pieces like this can work. Overlapping elements, this could also work. And basically stuff like this could also work, right? So we should look out for patterns like that. So let's go back to the content section, and I'll keep on repeating it. This is just like a workflow that I go through, and I look at different patterns to actually contain the text that the copy that I have can fit into. Okay, so like I said, this works. So between these two, I might go for this one, or we can look further, and because my content, my problem section, no, it doesn't have any bullet points. It doesn't have any bullet points. So I think, okay, I already have an idea. I'll take this one. So this is content 2. So content 2, I'll take, I think I also take content 9. So 2, 9, and the last one would be, let me see, 2, 9, and let's just search for something that works. This could be a nice one, but I don't know if my content fits that way. Yeah, so so let's say 2, 9, and it's just hard to make a choice. Just make a choice. Okay, I think I'll go for this one. So 2, 9, and 41. Okay, so let's go back. So I'll put 2 here. 2. This will be 9. Oops. And last one will be 41. 41. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so the next one on the list, let me hide this too. So the next one is a solution. So our solution, what we need in solution is basically, it's also a content section. So I might go back to the content and search for something that looks a little bit different. I actually need some bullet points in it. So I already saw a version that had bullet points. That was one as an accordion. So this could work. So this isn't 16, so I remember 16 could take 24, 16, 24, and maybe we could do something like 31, 16, 24, and 31. Okay, so let's go back. So I'll just change the category, and was it 21? Wait, 24 is here. So content 24 and 16. So notice that on the category I can switch to any category, right? So they're all here. So this is by the way, this is the UI builder. It tells me to just quickly cycle through the different categories and pick whatever I want. So this one is 16. So now we have this. It will be wise like here to swap the images. So it's not too image heavy on the right side. So I might swap these. So this is the solutions section. Mind you, the end result might look totally different. So this is just basically the wireframe. Obviously I could keep it the way that it is, but if I want to make things just a little bit different, I would need to make tweaks here and there. So just letting you know. Okay, so next I would have to now start duplicating sections because I'm running out of UI components. So the next one is a guided section. Okay, so the guided section, we also need it to be a content section. A content section. Yeah, it could be a content section. So go back to content, and I'll go for something like this. So this is, I actually have two designs for this one. Yeah. So this would be, this is 25. Just go back and add this one. This is 25. Okay, so we have this. So in this, the guided section is basically just a section where the user is being, with actually displaying what they're looking for. So do you need help with X? Do you need help with Y? Do you need help with Z? So that's just the idea behind it, right? So then they can quickly find whatever they're looking for. So this is the section for it. Let's go and now, and here I wanted to create a, the second version I had was, yeah, I'll take this from the hero section. So there's actually also a split section, but then I can still use a hero section for this. So hero is here. So it's on the wrong spot actually. So this should be like 4, or it could be 3, but it will be 4. Same as this hero heading, but obviously this will change to a H2 and the order will be different. So don't worry about, even this pattern that's built in bricks, we'll make the necessary changes to make it fit and everything will work the way we want it to work. So no worries there. And as for the third version, I actually don't know what I'm going to add here, to be honest. So let me just, I need to think about this one. Let me just go back to, let's maybe just look at the feature section. Maybe we can find something there. At the feature pattern, sorry. Ah, yes, this one. This is a nice one. This is feature 9. You can add this. So feature and then 9. So we're slowly getting totally different designs, as you can see. Okay. The next one is, okay, I've done both. So this can be turned muted. Services. Services is a nice one. So I wanted to show, I don't want to show all the services. I just want to show like 3 of the, maybe the most booked services. And these services will, I wanted to add like a background video. So, and then the service name will be on top of the video and the video will just be continuously playing on the background. Just give it a little bit of motion. Just sort of videos. The videos are like 5 seconds, 6 seconds long. It's not that long. So those will just be looping. And it'll just give the website an elevated look and more motion, obviously. So I had 2 versions planned for this. I wanted to create a box version with 3 cards or a full width version where 3 services are filling the whole width. So those are 2 versions we could do, or we could also put it in a slider. So that means you can add more services, but you know, sliders, not everybody will see the services. So I'm just keeping it for 3, just showing 3 services here. So 2 places where I can look, I can go to features, or I can go to grids and cards. So I'm looking for a, oh, this is also a nice one. We can also go for like a sticky card, right? Where the cards can overlap each other. And then this, let me zoom in. The left, the right column will just be scrolling. So we can go for this. So this one is one that we can choose. We can also go for this, but I don't want to do that. So we already have choice. By the way, this is 17. So remember that. So we have 17 and I need another one. So I don't know which one to choose from. Oh, this is also a nice one. So 17, we have 50. This is also a nice one. 51. Actually, this one is once you hover over it, the card expands, and the one that was open before retracts. So this is how this one works. And these actually scroll. Once you scroll, these cards are fixed. They scroll up, and while this intro section is fixed. So that's how this works. Actually, there's a lot of choice. You know, this is a way. This is a little bit too much. It's too heavy. This is too heavy. This is also one that could work. This is actually a nice one. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go for this 3. I'll go for this is 56. I have 50. I have 51, and I also had sticky one. So what should I choose? I have four patterns to choose from. So which one would work best? First of all, I'll take this one. I like this one. I'll take 50, 51, and oh, I also had some more. 50, 51. I can make a choice. Can't make a choice. Okay, we need to make choices. So go back. This is services. So this is to go to feature and go to the 50. Makes the site even much longer. I'll obviously remove these 2 because we're gonna need them later. And duplicate this, and this should be feature. I can't read anymore. Up there. And this should be 51. This is a very nice one. And then also here, by the way, yeah, no, I thought I forgot something. So this should be, this could be the, was it 14? No, I already forgot the name. I already forgot the number. It was, which one was this? Feature. So conflicted because I also like this one. This is a very nice one. Very nice one. That is 58. So, okay, you know what we'll go for? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think this is 17. Yes, 17. Let's go for 17. 17. There we go. Okay, there it is. Next. Hide this. Experience and differentiation. Okay. That was too long. I'm going to duplicate this. So this is a differentiation section. And I had a nice for this one. I think I can find it on the tabs pattern. That was actually a few. Okay, we could go for something like this or this one. Yeah. There are actually a few nice ones here. I moved some that I forgot. We have, this is 15, this is 13, so I go for 13, 15. I think 16 also works well. Okay, 13, 15. Let's start with 13 and 15. Okay, 13, 15, and 12. 12, 13, and 15, yeah. So basically on a differentiation and what's it called? Experience and differentiation section. What we actually want to show is why we're different, right? So I wanted to like have the names of the reason why we're different and also show a image next to it. So that's actually just the main idea there. So in this case, go back to our tabs and go for 12. So 12 could be here. This one could be nice. Although this is a bit heavy, it's just going to be the image. I don't need all this stuff. So you can just click on the tab and see an image showcasing whatever the tag is communicating visually, whatever the tab is talking about. And here we can add like the heading and some information beneath it. So that's the reason for that. So this is tab 13. And the last one is tab 15. Okay, nice. Actually, this is actually the best representation of what I mean. So this is how it works. So once you click on a tab, you see the sub, well, the extra text or explanation. Okay. Next. I hope this is making sense so far, guys. Oh, wait. Chose the wrong color. Hope you guys can follow. Transformation section. Okay, so the transformation section is actually what the result section, like showcasing. Maybe I can showcase client results. So this also gives you opportunity to display a different kind of section. So there might be a custom solution for this, which I might build, or I could just use basically the patterns that I have. So the section would just have a column with text and another column with me showing one result that the client has got, maybe a before and after. That could also be a possibility, or just a list of images. Could be. So there are different ways to do this. So in this case, I think I should keep it quite simple. So I'm gonna just add another section to this, and this will be content. Oh, this is content. Transformation. What do we have here? What can I put here? I think this is nice. So this is 3, and there was another one, I think at the end. This is this one too. 69, so 369. This could also be a nice one. Just want to show client results. Oh, I already have, so 3, I could take 369 and 369 and this one was 11, 369 and 11. So let's do that. Yeah. So 3. So go back to content again. Yep. There we go. Hold on, just copy this. Wow. Sorry, there was some lag there. 69. Just paste it again. I've already forgotten the last number. Ah, man. 369 and 11. Yeah, 11. And we had 11 here. Because now I can have a little bit of text, showcase the images. Maybe I could also add some text underneath it, or maybe a call to action or whatever. But then we see a few images of like results of client, or what, or before and afters. Okay, the next one, that would be testimonials. So on my sketch, I created a custom testimonial pattern, which I do not have an example of, which I'll have to actually make. And the funny thing about this build is, by actually setting this up, it's giving me more ideas, new ideas for patterns, and whatever I make, obviously I'll add them to the pattern library. So what I'm just doing here is showcasing you how a real project can go. There might not be, you might not have all the patterns available, and trust me, I have more than 900 in this Figma UI kit, but there might be some situations where your copy that you have does not fit into the patterns, and you have to create something custom. That's just how it is. So the next one will be testimonials. I already have simple solutions and more complex solutions. So there's one custom that I'll need to build, but I'll just choose 3 anyways and change it later. So yeah, obviously we could have something like this. No problems. Let's move on to the next. And we might have something like testimonials. Where's testimonial? Testimonial. And then now actually going to look, because testimonial also has quite a lot of patterns. So you might want to add sliders. You might want to have, this could be a nice one. This is 34. Could go for like instead of Go for something like this. This is 45. There's so much more to choose from. We could also go for a single testimonial. That could also help. Actually, these are used for, yeah, you could put them on your page, but maybe you have like multiple times where you repeat them, so you could use these. Obviously, once you're in Bricks, these can also be turned into sliders, and yeah, you know. So, looking for something simple actually. This could also work very well. But then I'll have to remove maybe the top part and just keep, yeah. I actually don't know. So, but I do know, what I do know is I can take 34. So 34 I can use. And there was one that was, yeah, 34 and 13. So let's start with 34 and 13. Which one is this? This is 10. This is 13, and that one was 34. You know what? I'll start with 34. 34, and let me copy this. This nasty lag I got. Oh, that's the wrong section. Yeah. Come on. Okay. And I thought it was 13, right? 13. Yeah, there we go. So we have something basic like this. This could work very well. I actually don't like this. I don't like this one. So I'm going to change it to the other one I saw here. I like this one better. This is 10. So I'm going to use 10. Where is it? 10. I want this website to have a lot of imagery. And you see it's getting long as we add all the sections into it. Okay. So next up is pricing and packages. So for pricing and packages, basically I need to make something custom. Actually twice. I had two versions. So I'm just gonna pick something that looks closely to what I'm trying to achieve. So I'll go to my pricing, and then let's see what I got. Pricing. Ooh, did I move this? This has to go up. Here we are. So for pricing, I needed like a package plan. So this could work, this could work, this could work. Maybe I have enough of those package patterns. Just picking the right one. You know what? Let's go for this. This is 13, and oh yeah, okay. So I need one like 13, and I also need one like ooh. This is also a nice one, by the way. You know what? I'll take 13 and use this too. So 13 and 11. So I'll put 13 here. And I'll just copy this again. It will freeze again. Can't believe it. Okay. This is 11. Yeah. And I will just add I'll just add one more here. I don't know which one it should be, right? Just don't know. Let me check again real quick. Oh, this is the wrong one. section, wrong category. Man, there's actually not. I can't see which. I can't really see anything else I would want to choose. I would say this could work, but this should be more like on the pricing page. This is a little bit overkill. But we could. I don't want the page to become like super long. So let's just keep it like that. I'm not changing anything. I'll just put this back at, that was a 10, 11? Yeah, 11. Let's move on to the next. Okay, now we have the booking section. Booking. As for the booking section, yeah, I could go to the call to action section. I also have a design where I combined the pricing and the booking section. So I want to work that out too. So for now, I will just add something from the call to action section, and we'll customize it from there. So actually, this is no, that is for later, I think. This is also a nice one. Yeah. Let's pick something out from the list. Sorry, I'm thinking a lot while I'm doing this. So you might think he's saying all kinds of things that doesn't make sense. But anyways, I'm just thinking through this because I actually have a design, but I want to stick to the wireframes and then customize later. So something like this could work. Something easy like this could also work, or like this. So that is 3. So wait, let me just add 3 first. Because I actually have like 2 call to action sections quite close to one another. So I need to really choose the way that it should look. So this is 3. Okay, so 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at this because we have, if I go all the way up, we have a booking section, we have FAQ, and we have final CTA. Actually, I wanted to add an about us section. I'm gonna add that already. About us, because we need one. And there's some sections that are combined with one another. So I have a design. I also have a version where I combine the about us section to the FAQ, but the about us section is like really short, and I'm using I use the video element there. So I'm just going to display a video. So I want it to look a certain way combined with the FAQ. So anyways, let's move on. Let me just add the CTA to the other sections. And you know what? I might also change the flow of some of the sections, because now this is the way, it's like then we have guided services, then we have services, experience, but maybe I could move the testimony up, maybe the pricing could become earlier, so I can move things around to make the layouts look a little bit different, so I'm not stuck to this structure. So here I add the call to action. I'm just gonna give it something else. So this is not gonna work. This stuff. Actually, this is not bad. But my initial section has more elements coming into it, but this could be a good placeholder. So I'm gonna leave that as that. Let's add it here too. Yeah, let's just leave it like this, because this is gonna be changed anyway. Okay, let's move on to the about us. And I have a section for that one too. I think it's in, wait, let me check here. It was feature, I think think I saw it there. Feature section. Yeah, this one. So I'm going to remove these stats. I have the image, and then I'm going to add a FAQ beneath this section. So this is 45. 45. So this is feature 45. There we go. Feature 45. Yes. And let's move on to the next. About us. So I don't know what to put here. I have no idea. Okay, maybe something simple. Maybe a content sections. Let's look at content. Content could work here. So enough to choose from. So maybe something like this is a nice one, because here I can actually, this one has a slider, so here I can add like you can see images of the salon, the spa. You can see maybe people working. So this is a good content piece to showcase that. So this is 66, so I'm taking this one. Content 66. Oops. Content 66. There we go. The last one here, I think it's also just going to be content, but which one it is, I don't know. So we have this one, and we have 2 more sections to go. So let me remove booking and about us. There we go. FAQ. FAQ. So that is accordion section. We have a few. This can be something that could work, or this one, this could also work. This is also a very nice one. So I'll just stick with this one. And here I will then add, let's see, the later ones, 10. This would work. No, this one. Oh, this is also a nice one, but if I have too much questions, then no. I'll stick to this. And here I will just also choose what I have on the first one. That was, I think, 11. Yeah, just leave it like this. Okay, so now we've come to the last, but not the least one. By the way, it's not even the last one. I still need to do the footer. So FAQ is done. So now call to action. The last call to action. So this one could be something like this. This could be cool. Call to action. This is a testimonial combined with a call to action, so no, this is not going to work. This is a CTA combined with a call to action, so this could replace, hey, you know what? What we could do is remove this, and then here we add this, and then I choose another call to action. So let's search for something else here. 32, 30. This could work. This could work. No, not this one. Yeah, this could be a nice one. A lot happening here, but it could work. Just leave that for now. So the last one I have to deal with is the footer. So let's make a choice. I need actually a footer with 3 or 4 patterns. So it's going to start from 23. Okay, this is too long. This could work. I'm going to leave it. This one could work. This is a nice one. Next, 22. This one could work too. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, that is. And this is the last one. 20. Was it 21? This one is a call to action combined with a footer. So in this case, this would not work, or I would have to, I would have to move. This is 22, so I can do this. This one, I'll make this 22. And I will I'll make this then 21, and I'll remove this call to action. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So now basically this works much better. Okay. Whew. So guys, as you have seen, can I prototype this, preview this? Ooh, we're almost at the hour mark. This is the time it takes, and here at this part too, if you want the end result to look really good. So at the same time, I'm going to give the client different options to choose from. So it just takes, you got to put in some time into it. And we're thinking through the different sections and displaying it all out on the page. So yeah, you need to put in some time. So this is the first one. As you can see, that's how it looks. So there's a lot of white space going on, and there's interactions, there's overlapping elements. This one works pretty well, if I say so myself. So in this case, this about us section, I'll remove this part here, these numbers, and I'll just remove these. We have our video, and this section will be extended to the FAQ section. This will move up a little bit, and about us section. It could basically flow all the way down to the CTA. We could do that. Or even, we could even make it flow all the way to footer if we wanted to. So yeah, I think this one is gonna come out looking very strong. Next, full width image. I'll obviously make it a little bit higher, push it a little bit down, so where we have this section just peeking over the fold, so that we can obviously people can see that they can scroll further. Content, problem, solution, services. Yeah, this will be scrolling. Pricing, booking, about, CTA, and frequently asked questions, footer. There we go. Next, this is also going to be very cool. We have an image here. It could be a video that's playing, or just a nice image. Yeah. Problem section. I have no clue how this will look like, by the way. I might have to move the text maybe here. I don't know, because there might not be enough space, but we'll see. This is going to be sticky. Okay. I might make this maybe a little bit smaller. So maybe 75% of the container, so that it's not that full width. But we'll see. More images, testimonials, pricing, booking, about, frequently asked questions, call to action, and the footer mashed together. Yeah. So as you can see, so let me just go back, and I want to show you one more thing to end this off. So maybe we can end up at the hour mark, because basically the next video, I'm just going to be jumping straight into the design, because we now actually have our sections ready and we can start designing. So if you wanted to view this on mobile, I will just move it here, right? So this will be mobile version. I will then set the mode to mobile. And you see it all looks broken, scattered, whatever. You would have to go to the individual blocks, set this to mobile. Or, no, sorry, here. Wow. And now the logo is way too long. So it's gonna, let me just say the spa. And you can actually, let me just select all the patterns, and I cannot do that at once, obviously, so I have to go one by one. Turn this to mobile, turn this to mobile, just do that one by one, and then we have our mobile version. Just doing that one by one real quick. Ooh, I made there's an error here, so I need to look at that. Mobile, 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 mobile. Almost there, guys. My feature section has a bug. Okay, so now I've converted all the patterns to mobile. Wait a minute, where did this come from? Feature 1. What? Oh. So this pattern has the bug. Okay, I've seen it. Okay, so there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, our footer has to be mobile too. So okay, there you have it. So if I was to, let me preview this again, you can see the mobile version. Okay, this is not updated. Come on, is it going to update or what? Okay, it's not updating, so I'm just going to scroll through it. So this is how the mobile version will look like for the first version. So my camera, my record software crashed. It just stopped recording. So yeah, that's why this cut is in the video. But what I was actually trying to say is that this is the end of the video. And as you can see, this is what is possible with this tool. And let me just go back to our document. This is a tool that you can also use for your own client projects, right? You can actually showcase to the client how the website is going to look like. Normally, I would also add the copy to the wireframes, but I skipped that part because to just make it longer. In the next video, I'll then add a copy. So I'm going to make a video for every section. So I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe I just call this 1 or 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Footer is 15, header is 16. So about 16 videos I'm going to make. And like I said, it's going to be a series of videos, and I just want to take the time to craft this section so that you guys can see the amount of work that goes into it. And the truth is, not having these patterns will obviously take a lot of time to create, to even come to this level already. Because truth be told, you could use it the way that it is. I can fill in the images, give it colors, and it will look pretty decent, right? It will look pretty nice. And yeah, we can just move on with our lives. But I'm going to take it a step further and create some custom blocks, because you're never going to have all the patterns to cover the kind of copy that you will receive. You never know what you receive. It doesn't fit in all the pre-made patterns that you have. So with that being said, in the next video, we're going to just start with the header. Then I'll just move to the hero, and we'll just go down. Okay. I don't think I forgot anything. Yeah. So let me know what you think of this video in the comment. Like, comment, share this. Let others know what I'm building here. I'm going to put all these videos in a playlist. I don't think I've said that already. So you can also just save that playlist and just come back and watch these videos. It's free. You can just watch them. I just want to showcase what you can do with the Bricks Maven tools, the Figma UI kit, and eventually the patterns that we have in Bricks, what you can do with them, and how you can go about designing a website project. And if this goes well, I might extend this. I might make a contact page and maybe a pricing page or something. So maybe 5-6 pages, maybe also a blog. I don't know how far I'll go, but yeah. See you in the next video and have a nice day. Bye bye.